Hello and welcome to Pandora Astrology's monthly horoscope for Virgo. I'm Julia Mikas.
And Jamie Kale Miller. Well, hey, Virgo. So much fantastic activity happening in your 10th house of career this month, bringing luck because Jupiter is there, bringing great relations and charm and like sparkle because Venus is there, bringing wit and intelligence and great logistics because Mercury is there, and then also a new moon as well. So Jupiter arrived in your 10th house last month, and I won't belabor it because I did mention it last month. Jupiter will be there for the year, and this is really the beginning of a career luck year for you, a time when you can more easily and more confidently grow and expand in your career, maybe expand your reputation or build upon your business. And then Jupiter is joined by Mercury on June 3rd and 4th. Mercury comes in, says hello to Jupiter, and then continues along this house. Mercury is moving fast and direct, meaning not retrograde, so that logistics and communications tend to go forward fairly smoothly. Mercury's in Gemini, his own sign where he loves to be. And so when you communicate something, it just lands. Imagine that instead of getting all messed up like when Mercury is retrograde. Gotta love it when logistics and communications are going smoothly at work. And then shortly after that, around June 4th, we have Relationship Rapture Day, which is the day when Venus, moving also direct and fast like Mercury, conjoins the sun. And I call this Relationship Rapture Day because it's really like a very nice reset button, the beginning of a new cycle of relating so that you can meet new people. And because this is happening in your 10th house, they might be colleagues because this is the house of work and career. You might find a wonderful refreshing of an old relationship with a colleague, maybe reestablishing that relationship, possibly upon better grounds, or meeting people that you really need to know through your career and finding that it starts off on that good footing. So that's pretty lovely. And then shortly after that, on June 6th, we have a new moon in Gemini, also happening in your 10th house. This is really where the action is. And that's just going to kind of scoop up some of that lovely Venus energy and also act as a reset button, bringing, really because the moon rules your house of community and networks, this begins to bring up the theme of how can you establish warm connections with people in your network that matter to you in your career. So your career network, meaning colleagues, or if you have a mailing list or um, clientele or something like that, that you can, reset your relationship with them on warmer terms during this new moon. Mercury continues in your 10th house until the last third of the month and then moves on into the 11th house, which only enhances the networking because the 11th is the house of community and tribe. So Mercury there means that there will be better, better conversations with them. And because Venus moves into the 11th house along with Mercury right there around, mid to late month, then relationships with your peeps can go well too, which might mean it's a great time for socializing, perhaps meeting somebody special when you're out and about with your peeps, your tribe, your group, or perhaps, connecting with your networks through work and finding that you're just particularly shiny. The sun is going to follow, just kind of adds and enhances all these things that I'm saying, moves on into the 11th house for you there later in the month, making you even shinier in your networks. Julia, what's up with money and finance for the Virgos out there this month?
Yes, well, hello, Virgo. Now, Venus, we know her as a love planet. Traditionally, she rules money, but she also is your second house ruler of money, and the second house is the money house. So, Venus is a money planet for you. The good news is that she's direct and fast, and she's going to conjoin the sun on June 4th, all in your 10th house of career. So, what does this mean? It means that you're gaining a lot of clarity about how money and your career are aligning together. Venus in the 10th in of herself means that it's a good time for using your work relationships, your public reputation to maybe aid you in making more money. And there might be a small amount of hard work on your finances that are going to bring some large returns this month. Now, Mars, who is the feisty planet and the ruler of your eighth, is going to begin the month in your eighth house of shared finances. He's there until about June 9th. So this could cause some potential conflict, especially in the realm of intimacy, which is also an eighth house association, and shared finances. That's money you would share with a business partner or your spouse. So negotiate strongly for what you need before Mars does leave this house. And let's also mention Ceres, the financial asteroid, who's retrograde. She's going to be retrograde until late August in your fifth house. So whenever planet or asteroid goes retrograde, it's a time of review. And with Ceres, that's financial review. In your fifth house, this is the house of sports, also financial speculation and gambling. If you do either of those, like make high risk investments or like to gamble at a casino. This is also the house of children, creativity, sports, all that kind of stuff. So you might be reviewing how your finances relate to this. Should you have a portfolio with such high risk stuff? Should you be gambling as, spending your free time gambling, or could that money go to something better? Or how are you spending money on your children? Are they asking for money all the time? And maybe it's time to have some better boundaries. These could be all questions you're asking yourself during this retrograde cycle till late August.
Find our site at pandoraastrology.com to get a reading with one of us, and find us on Patreon for workshops and classes. And we'll see you around the cosmos.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.